What's up, everybody? This your girl J Liv, and I am the creator of Talks with J Liv. So I want to say welcome to my channel, and that I hope that the videos and things like that have been beneficial and helpful to you, and you can use them for your everyday life. Okay, so with that being stated, today's video we're gonna talk about Job, because I feel like that's the situation that I'm in, and we're going to talk about Job. So Job was a good guy. He had a family. He was, fairly, wealthy dude. If you have not read the story of Job, please do. So I'm going to kind of just, do it in like modern day real quick. But, if you want to read the story of Job, you can, because I'm going to highlight your friends. So Job, he was a wealthy man. He had everything. He was, he did a lot of stuff in regards to, like, he gave a lot of sacrifices and stuff like that in fear, because he never wanted anything to happen to him. So he was a good man. He was a righteous man, one of a kind guy. So Satan, this dude right here, he goes up to heaven, and God asked him, like, hey, have you considered my servant Job? And Job was like, I did, and I was looking at him, but, you got a hedge of protection around him, so I can't touch him clearly, but, I mean, if I could, I would, type of ordeal. And so God was like, go ahead, do it. So then all of a sudden, Job then lost everything. I mean, when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, he had boils and sores and blisters. I mean, like, he was going through it, okay? His wife, you know what I'm saying? He lost his kids. He lost his ox. He lost all his wealth. Gone. Like, he had 10 kids, and guess what? Gone. He ain't had no kids no more. So, anywho, yeah, Job had went through it. So his wife, you know what I'm saying, was like, why don't you curse God and die? Like, why is you still praying and worshiping him? You see what he put us through, and da-da-da-da-da. Don't you just hate that when you sitting up here going through and you thinking that the person who you with is supposed to have your back and that's supposed to be faithful to God too, they turn around and they like, they not. So nevertheless, Job turns around and he tell her, girl, you sound crazy, okay? But you sound crazy. I'm still gonna worship. I'm still gonna praise God regardless. So Satan is like pissed. Like, he is like upset and angry. Like, bro, I just knew that you was gonna like stop, believing in God. And Job didn't. So then Job friends came over. You know what I'm saying? You thinking like, oh, my friends and my homies, they gonna, sit up here and tell me like, bro, I'm sorry you going through this. I'm praying for you, da-da-da-da. No. Job friends is like, it's some frenemies, because they like, oh, I know you had to be sinning, okay? I know you was sinning. I know you got this weird life that you're not telling us about. Why don't you just forgive, just ask for forgiveness so God can, fix your life? Because seriously, it clearly is terrible. If you're going through all of this, then clearly you doing something wrong. It's your fault. Ain't that interesting that when God tell you to do something, or when, you being obedient to God, and you ain't did nothing, and you going through some trials and tribulations, how people will sit up here, naysayers will be like, well, you caused this on yourself. It's your fault. You did this. Knowing that you ain't do nothing, you just being obedient to God, and you don't know why this is happening to you, but you know that you still staying fast to the promises and believing that God gonna do it. If you got friends like this, you might want to like tell them to exit stage left, because they are not beneficial or helpful. So anywho, his friends left or whatever, because they was pretty much so bad mouthing him and telling him that pretty much so he was living this alternate life, and then if the reason why he lost everything was because of the fact of some hidden sin. And Job was like, I ain't got no hidden sin. I ain't even doing nothing, bro. Like, I ain't even doing nothing. Like, I'm holding on to my dignity, my integrity. I'm doing everything right. So then Job get upset, and he like, you know what? I done had enough of this, and I'm so frustrated, and I am so tired of this, okay? Like, I need to come talk to you, okay? Because, like, I got questions, okay? I got questions that I need an answer for, okay? So Either you can send me up there or you come down here, one of the two or three, okay? But somehow I need to talk to HR. Yep. I need to talk to Heavenly HR because we're having problems here. And I need answers. Okay? This was Job's feeling. I got a problem. I lost everything. My wife over here tripping. My friends, they down me talking about something. I got this lifestyle that I ain't even doing nothing. Like, I'm just being a good servant to you. And now, I got questions. So, somebody, I need to talk to the person head. I need to talk to the head person, which would be God. So, God, in his infinite mercy and grace and loving favor, comes down and tells Job, like, bro, why are you talking so much when you know absolutely nothing? You don't know how I made the earth. You don't know how I made the water. You don't know nothing. You talking a lot. You doing a lot of rah, rah, rah. But you don't really know much of nothing. You don't know nothing. So, Job pretty much, so in a nutshell, learned that even though, I don't know why this situation happened to me, but I still know that God is wise and he knows all and he sees all. And God is a very wise, wise God. But all in all, on the back end, God pretty much so knew that Job was not going to curse him and die. Even though Satan was sitting up here trying to plot and scheme, and he was doing all of this because he was like, he was going to win. I don't understand why defeated folk think that he going to win. But I mean, I guess he keeping hope alive for nothing, no, whatever. But he knew, like, God knew, like, Job was going to turn out. But what you don't know is that, well, if you haven't read the story, but if you did read the story, Job got everything back plus more. He got a new wife, and he had 10 more kids, and more property and land than he had before. So God restored him for his obedience. Because Job did not do anything wrong to get what happened to him. For him to lose all of that, he didn't do anything wrong. God restored back to him everything that he lost. Gave him more kids. And I think he ended up living to see 3 generations. So he saw those kids, those other 10 kids, grow up and have children and be able to see his great-grands. So just know that, one, you have to be mindful of who's really with you. Like, who rocking with you? Like, who really rocking with you? If God said something, you got to believe it. And you got to have friends that have the spirit of discernment, that strong spirit of discernment to say, like, girl, if God told you that he was going to do it, he going to do it, and that's that. And we just gonna pray and believe that you won't doubt what God said. You gotta have friends like that. If you got friends like Job, you might want to bring them to the carpet. And you might want to, put them on a chopping block and question, like, is we really friends? Because who want friends like Job had? I know I don't. I don't want no friend like Job that's going to sit up here and be a naysayer. And I'm sitting up here going through what I'm going through, asking God, trying to figure out, Lord, did I do something wrong? Or, Lord, what do I need to do? And I got friends sitting up here saying, like, maybe it's because of you. Maybe you did it. No. No. I need friends that's going to be like, well, we praying for you. Maybe we need to fast. Maybe we need to, ask God. Maybe we need to do a shut-in or something. Because, like, my friend is going through. I need friends. Like the dude who was paralyzed and his friends was trying to get him to Jesus and they couldn't go through the door. So what they did was they broke through the roof of where Jesus was at and carried him down. I need friends like that, okay? I don't want no friends like Job friends because I don't know what they were. I think they were frenemies or haters. Could be a nice word. But yeah. But I say all this to say, if you didn't read the story of Job, Go do something. It's really good. It really is. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. You get verses like, though he slay me, yet still I trust type ordeal. You know, I know I'll be able to see my Redeemer. Like he, yeah, it was good. So, with that being stated, I hope you can take this Bible, this modern day Bible story that I just told, you know, and, you know, read it. Read it. See how, you know, Job's faith was so consistent that even though everything was going on around him, he still yet worshiped God. He still yet believed that he didn't do anything wrong and that he still loved God despite what was going on, despite his situation, despite his circumstance. He didn't allow his circumstance to change how he felt about God. And we shouldn't either. So, walk in peace, not in pieces. God bless.